She runs! But she's gonna come together for me. So I ran out of space on my card, but that is my fender for right now. I'm gonna obviously trim these and then paint it, of course. But I was gonna weld it on, but it kind of fit in there so nicely. I just thought, oh, I'll just bolt it on, and then as I make changes and make screw ups in the future, I can just take it off and fix stuff. So today we're going to be building the seat cowl, and what I did for that is I just did some quick AutoCAD drawings, and then came up with a couple ideas. I'll show you them later, and then I just printed them 1-to-1 scale, and then we'll see which of those accommodates all that wiring. I think this is a lot taller than I expected, mostly because I just used too thick of a gauge wire, just because I did a one-stop shop and they only had one set. I don't even know what numbers it is, number 4 or something, which is a lot bigger than the number 8s, I think, that came with it. Anyway, so now we're going to be building the seat cowl. And I'm going to just start forming the styrofoam. I'm going to just hot glue gun it together. That's the plan. So I got that warming up. We'll see how that works. And then hopefully use that welder to cut it. So here's the styrofoam. It's a white styrofoam. So then for my fiberglass, I had to get epoxy resin, not the other kind. Because if you go with the high density styrofoam, you got to use the other kind of resin, and if you go with white, you got to use epoxy. So yeah, basically we're going to be cutting and gluing. I'm just going to basically build a hollow around everything, and then cut it all back down. So let's see how. Okay, so basically forming my. Doesn't look very pretty at this point, but we're forming the seat cowl, and going to use styrofoam obviously, and now basically every cut is always going to have some sort of compound miter or some sort of trigonometry to do. So rather than screwing around with my table saw a whole lot, I just got a new technique for cutting. Basically just hook in this copper wire between the stinger and the ground of my welder. Turn on the welder, I can adjust the heat, luckily. And then basically the welder has enough impedance that the current will run through this, but not all the way through to trip the breaker. And I can just hot wire cut. It takes a little bit of skill, and I'm still learning how to do it, but it's a lot easier and a lot less artificial snow floating around the garage, if you get that. So anyways, just turn on the welder, and it takes a little bit to heat up, but I tried it with a bunch of different wire. I thought I was going to have to get a real high carbon steel to give me enough resistance to create heat. But in the end, copper, and this is a pretty heavy gauge, I would say it's probably a number 10, but I'm not too sure. There we go. And I can tell you, I forgot to put on my mask. Just like that, real good.
deacon looked around, and he began to grin. Oh, one deacon looked around, and he began to grin. He said, you know one thing I'll do, I believe I'll go back to Bell House and again. You know, one sister jumped up, and she began to shout. Yeah, one sister jumped up, and she began to shout. He said, you know one thing I'll do, I'll be glad when this old corn liquor's gone out. That time I grabbed up my suitcase and I took out down the road. Yeah, I grabbed my suitcase, I said I took out down the road. Let's say farewell, no church. May the good Lord bless your soul. Another deacon looked around, said, sister, why'd you hurry?
Okay, so the seat starting to come together. Just wanted to come in and show you kind of how we went around the electronics. I haven't started laminating the end pieces yet, but that's going to be next. And like that. So there you have it. That'll be the shape in the end. A little bit of excess in the middle. Not sure what I was doing there, but oh well. Okay, this is where it starts to get a little bit intense. Essentially, I already had the shape of the tail made on my rear fender, so I just put it on top, and I'm just going to use that wire cut and basically follow both lines to trim this up. So wish me luck.
Deacon looked around, and he began to grin. Oh, one deacon looked around, and he began to grin. Back to Bell House.